that anomaly. We're gonna get rid of that very, very quickly. Team Hawk, once more, just kind of under a microscope. I think a lot of people will be watching SPS and just seeing where Team Hawk is going to go, right? Are they going to make it out of the Swiss group stage and qualify for top 4? And if they don't, I think the internet will have a lot to say about it.
For sure. I think Team Hawk has been, the recipients of very, very harsh criticisms, especially since their explosive start in the MPL MY and transitioning into a World Series almost immediately after, right? It's a significant drop-off since then. They've got a lot of things to start fixing on their side, but I trust that Team Hawk in time will eventually find the formula. Yeah,
especially when you have a meta shift, right? I think that's kind of the toughest hurdle to get through, and with all these losses and with not too much changes, I think, in the overall meta, maybe this is where they kind of find that groove for themselves.
Yeah, it's less of a meta shift than an addition to the meta, right? They're just adding more options into the meta than the entire shape, the entire competitive landscape adjusting to this patch, luckily.
And, well, hopefully they're going to bring us something else. I mean, Hello Heli on the other end, I think they probably have lesser pressure.
For sure. I mean, there's zero expectation for them to do well, but if they do, at least it kind of like builds up their repertoire.
So we're going up as Team Hawk, but then, judging by their recent result, maybe not much needs to be worried. 1-1 is still a constant. Fanny is still there, but no more Vendetta ban. That one is still left open. We have the R-Lot banned out by Team Hawk instead.
Yep, let's have a look. It feels to me that, yeah, looks like, Hawk should have been on the blue side there, but that's fine. It's fine. They'll have it sorted out here. I'm very distracted by the RGB lights that they've got hooked up to their to charge their phones.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so Team Hawk is on red side.
Yeah. So Farm is banned out. That does put the option of glue back into the picture.
Yep. And I think that'll be pretty good for Lola. It's one of his comfort picks. Hello Healthy, they get rid of the R-Lot. They also get rid of the Fanny as well. They could look to first pick Valentina, but a lot of teams have kind of strayed away from that. They recognize that the glue is open and banned it out. I respect that from Hello Healthy. Team Hawk with the final ban now.
And a pretty good response so far. Team Hawk, you have multiple options, right? The Joy is still open. The Valentina is still there. Some teams, they opt to go for kind of an Eve ban if they do want to do so. I think the Kaja is also up on the table. Team Hawk could initiate a trade, right? We're gonna leave Kaja and Joy open. Which one do you want to take? But I think in this case, you probably just want to ban out the. Well, actually, they leave both of them open.
Exactly.
They ban the Mincetar, so the trade would be initiated.
Here's the thing: if Team Hawk was on the blue side, I think it's their prerogative to get rid of, to predetermine what the draft is going to look like. Is it going to be more Valentina-centric, or is it going to be a little bit more Joy-centric, right? And as soon as you ban out that Mincetar, no matter what Hello Heli picks, you're definitely going to get Kaja. You're definitely going to get one of these 3 picks: Kaja, Valentina, or Joy. And unfortunately for Hello Heli, they decide to go for the Valentina, hoping that even if Team Hawk decides to get Joy, they would also pick Kaja alongside it.
Yeah, if they take Kaja, then you get a free Kaja ult, right? So that there is still some sort of compensation for Hello Heli. Team Hawk, they're taking the time with this first 2 pick. I mean, Fredrin could also be an option. Right? There are multiple choices for Team Hawk to go to.
I mean, Fredrin is an option, but it's just not as good. But Team Hawk, instead of even thinking about Joy for Lola, they decide to go for the Yevon as well as the Lancelot. Lancelot, I can understand. The Yeve, I feel like it's a little early here. They could have gone for the 3rd pick Yeve because Hello Heli is going to show Joy. They will be able to get the Claude at the same time, which forces Team Hawk to get the Kaja.
And if they get the Kaja, I mean, it feels like there is no more gain for Team Hawk, right? Like, you don't have the leverage that you used to just because of the first 2 pick. Or is it still fine? Like, still a fine trade?
I think even if they decide to be like, you know what, we're going to ban out Kaja and pick Franco for ourselves right now, I do think that Franco is going to provide a lot more in terms of what you can do with the Iron Hook in comparison to Hello Heli, where it's like, yes, you're afraid of getting locked down by the Kaja, but the Iron Hook is going to affect you from minute 1 all the way to the end of the game. Team Hawk decide, we don't need any suppressors whatsoever. Give me Lapu Lapu.
We're just going to fight you head on, right? Like, I mean, even if the Franco goes through, for Team Hawk, I mean, you can't steal the Iron Hook. I guess that's something that Hello Heli will have no answer to. We can go to the second ban phase and see what Team Hawk has planned out. We're still looking for a potential jungler if Hello Heli is somehow also thinking of flexing this Joy. I mean, after seeing what RG and my pulled off, I am My mind is a bit more open.
My mind has expanded here, but I think Team Hawk is on the right track here. It's all about like how is Hello Heli going to team fight? Because Team Hawk, it's clear when you have an artillery mage, you want to team fight. They have two strong backline divers. It makes sense for them to try to get into Claude, but they still need a front line of their own. If Hello Heli has a strong engage mechanic, Team Hawk will be in trouble. So banning things out like the Akai, even though it can be it's annoying because it can be flexed into the EXP lane as well as the support as well as the jungle. So I think Team Hawk get it out of their hair straight away within the second phase. Hello Heli responds with a Franco because again, that Iron Hook is going to be more relevant than the actual suppress throughout the game.
And Team Hawk once more, just one last ban and multiple options, right? Because they have the first pick next. Again, they still are looking for that roamer. They will first start it off by banning out the link, so you do eliminate more capacity for Hello Heli to just dive your artillery mage in those team fights, right? Kaja gets banned out by Hello Heli. Looking at a Kufra option for Team Hawk right now.
The Kufra pick, here's the thing, right? You would like to believe that Kufra does a really good job against people who can dash like Joy, but Joy essentially is untouchable in the midst of her dash. So Team Hawk, they're not going to show their support just yet. They're going to be locking in the Beatrix to have that raw damage. The only issue is that if Claude was open, Team Hawk would have gobbled that up straight away just to make sure that their marksman doesn't have to interact with Joy.
And now they would have to find a brick wall to stop this Joy, right? No Kaja, no Franco. No reliable way to just insta chomp down on this hero.
Yeah, no way.
Kufra
gets
goes
locked in. Oh, as well as Martis as well. Okay, so that means that the Joy is going to go into the EXP lane because again, you're up against Lapu Lapu, who's generally weak pre-level 4. The Martis is able to push the envelope as well. Team Hawk, it's a rather weak draft on their side.
It does feel like a no-brainer to just take the Kufra away, right? Like you're denying what Team Hawk might want to go for, and now you look at the option of Roman's left. The Lolita is probably one of the options that they can still consider. And what, Lolita, Grok, I wouldn't think they would even consider a Cho at this point.
Yeah, I don't think Cho would be that great. I would argue for Minotaur at this point of time because at least you're bringing on some sort of wide AoE. But Team Hawk, and again, especially when you have mid on this Cho, he's a little bit more reliable. He's able to make those plays. He's able to get those big kicks. So keep your eyes on the marksman of Hello Heli and as well as their mage because they're going to be the big targets that mid is looking for.
Does this feel like the same scenario as our first series where this Cho has so much on his plate that he needs to accomplish in these fights? And it's just him and him alone. Agreed.
I think it's going to be a very difficult job for mid to actually find the opportunities, especially if Hello Heli plays a strong laning phase.
It's going to be an interesting one. A good opener to this second series. Team Hawk against Hello Heli. Basically a known name that has fallen from grace. Maybe against a new challenger that no one has heard about. And Team Hawk, they're about to find out whether they stand a chance in the SPS Swiss round. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. A draft that you consider to be weak on Team Hawk's side. Let's see how they put it off in this first game.
Exactly. Let's run right into it. Team Hawk going to be on the red side, the favorites for this match. Their challengers on the blue side, Hello Heli. If they can make this break against Team Hawk, especially in this best of 3, if they win this series, that would be a significant upset.
I feel like even if they make Team Hawk sweat to win the game, that would be something that I think, that would pose some concerns for the fans out there. When Min is going to try and find out where Nagi is going to be at.
That's the most annoying interaction from a support, messing along with the farm path, and especially making Nagi a little bit inefficient. Min shouldn't die here. He's got Flicker.
He's still holding on to it, waiting for Shunpu to come back up. It's like pretty greedy, but knows his limit, gets right out. And while the teams are farming out gold, I just want to remind you guys that you can buy your tickets for Jakarta 21st and 23rd of July for the Challenge Finals at esl.gg/SPS MLBB tickets starting at 20,000 rupiah.
I heard that the SPS tickets are edible.
Oh yeah, I think so too. They are what do you call manufactured in the land of
Dawn. Yes, exactly that. Joy Boy getting put down 10% HP, easy for Gary to finish him off with a wave, crashing at the same time. Very good timing for the side of Team Hawk on that engagement.
It's a great setup on from Lola early on, just pushing out that wave, which Joy does struggle to deal with, right? This wave clear early on, doesn't really have the tools to do so. And that's going to give Lola some extra goal, just chipping away at the turret shield, almost taking everything away. That's like, what, 80%?
Yeah, at least 80% of the gold shield is immediately gone here, and that's great. At least Team Hawk, they're playing their early game relatively well, pretty well here. They're also going to get another kill onto J-Tog.
I mean, Min is level 4 already. This guy is really... I mean, he siphoned a bit of the experience early on in the blue side jungle. You get the Jin Kundo knock up, and that is the Martyrs. Nagi, the jungler down. 3 kills for Team Hawk already, and they get a turtle.
What is happening here? How in the world? Why are they making... The movements are a little weird from Hello Heli here. It feels like they knew they couldn't beat Gary in the Retribution fight since he was already like a level up on them, so they decided to double down on maybe somebody in the mid lane. But again, a lot of abilities still being up for the side of Team Hawk. Hello Heli has to approach the situation a little different.
Yeah, I mean, Min is getting so much XP. He is a full level ahead of General Todd. Oh, he's going to hit level 5 very soon. Look at that. XP bar right there. He has a kick as well. Waiting for Danju, and that is the target. Right into the firing range. An easy kill for him, and they get a freebie to go with it.
Beautifully done by Min. Has that early first rotation. Unfortunately for Hello Heli, they don't check the brush before they walk in towards the lane, and by the time they do, a critical target has already lost his life.
And they are going to lose full control of this bot side as well. Hello Heli delegating members to defend this, using the Blazing Duet as a resource. Team Hawk, they are very happy to take that trade.
Absolutely. If not, Team Hawk, I mean...
They can stick around, right?
They can stick around, and I think it's going to be ideal for them because their main strategy is to get Al ahead.
And, I mean, Gary's just going to go in and challenge Nagi. Now he doesn't have his, have his cooldowns. He's going to try and go in, re-engage General Todd, getting Gary into the wall, on rolls, and a puncture out of the way. Hello Heli investing a lot by getting nothing.
Yep, they invest a lot, but at the very least, no battle spells were being broken here. And I think that's the important thing, especially since there's 21 more seconds until the first turtle is back up here. I will say that Team Hawk might actually have a significant advantage in this upcoming neutral fight, considering that, Lola, he was able to get that gold, and you can see that he's halfway through. Technically, if he sold his daggers, and didn't greed out for the next component, he would already have a Hunter Strike.
Oh yeah. Turtle has just spawned, and Team Hawk, I mean, at this juncture, almost 3,000 net worth advantage already. So that is a pretty sizable lead at this point of time. Joyboy joins his team. They don't have the claw with them though, so the marksman isn't in this fight. Real manipulation used, stolen away by Danju, and Hello Heli actually gets the turtle for themselves. But can they get out of this fight though? General Todd in danger, using the bouncing ball, but Gary follows up forward, and that is another kill for the Lancelot. The backline though getting infiltrated by Joyboy as he gets a trade.
Unfortunate for Mon, he knew that his battle spell was coming back up, but Joyboy was already on top of him, so he can't do too much. Lola decides to go for first item into Bloodlust Axe to sustain the damage a little bit longer. He doesn't need the raw damage just yet. His base damage is high enough to chunk out a majority of the members from the side of Hello Heli. Probably not Nagi in a little bit, but until then, Lola takes the tier 1.
And Joyboy just doing some chip damage. I mean, Lapu Lapu did receive a bit of a number reduction, right? Damage reduction is reduced, and how much does that affect him in the long run?
Significantly, especially towards the later stages.
Dashing with the puncture again. This time, Gary, he's going to be ready for that. Well, actually not ready. He's going to be ready to die. General Todd also traded out by the Eve. Nagi is barely walking out. Lola just flickers forward, missing it just by a little bit.
Super unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. Didn't have the bravest fighter. Available, but now Mind Freak getting attacked underneath his turret mid, looking for an opportunity again to go for a play.
Team Hawk just secures that tier 1, and there's nothing that Hello Heli can do about it, right? Backup isn't there. General Todd, no, he did go down earlier, so there's no roamer to help with him. He might try mid side though, but Lola just uses that up and gets out.
Yeah, if boy, Nagi is at least keeping up with Gary so far. They're level 9 to level 9, but in terms of just raw gold, we are seeing that Team Hawk has developed at least a 2.8k gold lead against Hello Heli 6 minutes into the game, and it's only going to develop even longer, right? Ideally, Hello Heli, even if they are behind, they don't want Team Hawk to be anywhere higher than the 3k mark. Anywhere towards like 4k or 5k would be that Team Hawk would have too much of an advantage, and arguably, Hello Heli doesn't have the right tools to deal with it, considering that Joy Boy still is a little behind.
Even when you look at both the marksmen, Ao is one level ahead of Mind Freak, right? Just having that a bit more goal, having an easier time in these lanes. Hello Heli hasn't gotten a single turret. Mid-side also in danger, under threat. Nagi was able to make it out, but he can't say the same for this Kufra. Genotod instantly goes down. Joy Boy wants a bit of revenge, but he has to have enough damage though. Actually, it might be enough. Danju just follows up. They're gonna get punished. Danju finds 2 at least, but Joy Boy, can you make it out of this? He can. Or even trade.
Yep, they trade 2 for 2 there. Ideally, Team Hawk should have been able to kill Joy Boy there and then to get a positive trade, but fortunately, couldn't find the time or the targets. Joy is just very, very slippery.
In the meantime, Mind Freak got that bot tier 1, so you do get a little bit of goal back, right? The goal gap not as massive as it was. They cut it down by 500, but that majority of that goal going over to Danju and Mind Freak, I think that's what you want.
Yeah, Mind Freak is catching up with the rest of the members of Team Hawk, especially in that top 3 of gold earners. Like Lola is significantly ahead of his matchup, right? We're looking for at least 1.2 thousand K in his pocket right now, and a dominance ice already built. So he's set up for the mid game.
Yeah, more than half an item ahead of Joy Boy. They might try to go into Lola again. This time they have 3 members, but Lola knows better than to stay there. You can't say the same for Mind Freak, which just got punished by Min.
Oof. He's getting caught out more times than he should. Doesn't have a safe place to farm, and now the jungle is getting affected by it.
They're just going to harass Nagi. You know, the orange buff still gets taken away, but not that it matters too much. In fact, this side, Lola, he's diving past tier 1. Gone on 3 members, he's gonna get punished for sure, right? Let's have a bit of that lifesteal from the Spell Vamp and actually survive through all of that.
Oh,
Ao getting the kill instead.
really great response coming in from Team Hawk here. For sure, we should have expected Lola to instantly die there, but he was able to kind of hold it out because of his items available. Now they're gonna get one more.
And Gary just follows Mind Freak to the ends of the earth. Team Hawk up 12 and 4 so far, and they're going to 3 Lord.
Yep. 4,000. Unideal for Hello Heli. With this first Lord, it means that Team Hawk is looking to develop at least the 6k gold lead, but let's see how Hello Heli plays on the defense. They have plenty of actually, pretty dangerous now that I think about it. Their only main source of wave clear who can do it safely is going to be Claude, played by Mind Freak here. Everybody else has to walk very close to the wave if they want to interact with it.
If this game drags on long enough, you know, does Team Hawk just overpowers Hello Heli?
No, in terms of scaling, Hello Heli actually is the one that scales significantly better in comparison to Team Hawk, right? Like, Mon is only going to be able to do so much, but he's still a pretty immobile target.
Forcing the flicker out of Genotod, that is first step forward. Out of 12 kills Team Hawk has, 6 of them, half of them are on this Kufra. You can really see them just baiting this Kufra out, making him waste his cooldowns and just punishing him. You know, Mind Freak just in no man's land, they cannot control the jungle at all.
Yeah, and Hello Heli, they shouldn't be contesting it whatsoever, right? But they do need to clear up these waves. They need to start staggering these waves, right? It's scary to do because Team Hawk basically is roaming around in your jungle, and you're going to have to take a little bit of a risk. But I think the risk is significantly bit.
He's just out there, nowhere. I'm not really sure what the idea was, but they've lost 2 of their members, and one of them is the one that they need to start a fight. And now Team Hawk crashed all the waves into the inhibitor. Top side has already gone down, bottom side in danger. Gary gone on, but he does have enough of dashes to get out.
Yeah, this is brutal. I don't know how they're going to get themselves out of this run. An 8k gold lead. I wasn't expecting Team Hawk to have this much. Like 6k seemed reasonable. 8k is real overkill. Ooh. Look at the damage on Mind Freak.
I believe we call this a death sentence. And Genotod, he's gonna sign it very soon unless he gets help. Lola finally goes down. The Andrew steals that real world manipulation. Team Hawk pushed back, but no biggie. It is a 1,000 gold swing though. And for Hello Heli, that's a big deal.
It's 1,000 gold swing, but it doesn't put them out of the red zone just yet, right? They have to be on the defense for the next 2 upcoming Lords. In that way, they can actually even out the goal, assuming that Team Hawk doesn't make a mistake. And so far, they had a couple of greedy, sloppy plays, but it doesn't really change the fact that Hello Heli is just so far behind.
You look at the net worth for a minute, right? Danju has the same net worth as the Cho. I mean, the Cho has higher net worth than the Mage. We are in a bit of a... Hello Heli is in a lot of problem.
Yep, it's not the best position to be in. Let's just say that. But in terms of the damage leaderboards, Gary's up.
Oh no!
Now,
Why?
one shot.
Why are you out there, my friend? I mean, I guess he's the only one that can reliably open up the map. But honestly, I would argue that Nagi can do it slightly better, right?
Nagi can do it slightly better, but then you have to take it consider the loss, right? Because if Nagi walks into 3 members and ends up dying, then you lose this enhanced Lord almost straight away.
I guess there's not much options left. Genotard will have to keep doing that. Oh, so we started up. Cobra hiding in that bottom bush. See if Team Hawk is rushing it down. I mean, Hello Heli, we're thinking about it just for a while. Flicker kick backwards. That's death number 8 for this Kufra.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So far, Mincho, he's still got it. He's definitely still got the skills right now, but Hello Heli, this is, how do they get out of this, right? They have no real way to lock anybody down. Like Nagi, unfortunately, the early game wasn't as big of a snowball as he wanted, despite only being able to get 1 kill throughout that process. But here we go. This might happen all over again.
Vince has it all, but no flicker, so he's going to hold back on that. Team Hawk once more just syncing up the waves. Middle wave is pushing in naturally, but you know, they do have the Lancelot up top. Gary doing the job. Genotard don't want to be out there. The Beatrix damage is really starting to hurt.
I mean, should technically be max build by now. It's 46k, as the last couple of inhibitors will start to fall.
And now Lord already showing up. Bottom inhibitor falls. The mid one would follow pretty soon. Team Hawk looking for a clean game 1 victory. It is going to be a slow push and pull, but Hello Heli are slowly bleeding out. Taking care of the Lord first. Losing engage though. Use the conceal mid, just taunting the members of Team Hawk. Lola is going to be in front, uses that all as well. They want this turret. Everyone manipulation used. And so far that turret, that inhibitor finally goes down.
Yeah, I'm able to siege it down with the render shots. No inhibitors whatsoever. Team Hawk are going to... Oh,
Joy Boy actually has the vengeance. The kick's not going to do too much. Almost kills himself in the process. That's the immortality. 2 of them, in fact, on the side of Team Hawk. Hello Heli, Joy Boy, hello. Need someone to make those aggressive moves. And Joy Boy actually pushing them back.
Yeah, I mean, Joy Boy, it feels like the only person capable of doing just that, right? Nagi has his own responsibilities to worry about, and Mind Freak just needs a window to get into the middle of these fights. When we're looking at items, right, at least with Mind Freak, he's got the Trinity plus the Winds of Nature. So he has a very good chance of winning out this 1v1, especially since Al, especially against Al, actually. What does Al have? Oh, he already has the Haas Claw. Okay, so he has sustain on top of the Winds of Nature, on top of just the raw damage.
It's going to be a tough one for Hello Heli. Next Lord up in 30 seconds. Longest game we had so far today. At least for the sets that we've been graced with. But Team Hawk, they have already set up shop around that Lord pit. I don't know how Hello Heli can contest this.
They have to find a window against Team Hawk. I don't think that slamming your face into the wall is going to make much of a difference, considering that it's 42 compared to 51k. That's going to be a 9k differential in the favor of Team Hawk. And yes, they're probably buying situational items and immortalities, but Hello Heli doesn't have that same kind of luxury. Yeah,
they're struggling to even get rid of the first life. Now you have Genotard again in the mist. Mind Freak showing up with the sprint that Blazing actually not doing much, putting him in such a dangerous position. Lola chases him away as Danju has already gone down. Joy Boy doesn't have any health left. Genotard will be whittled down. Nagi trying to help out, maybe at least go for the Beatrix. A split fight, they do lose the front line, and Nagi doesn't even get the kill onto Al. This game pretty much done.
Yeah, they wiped the majority of them left. They're gonna get the Claw. No, they don't get the Claw. Next person reviving is gonna be in 14 seconds. The waves, they're coming, and they're coming mind free.
Yeah. Oh, it's just, he doesn't have enough life to survive for 14 seconds, and Team Hawk, they want a clean victory, and they have done it. The first step in this best of 3.
And a clean game it is. Team Hawk take game number 1, 1-0 against Hello Heli. Ah, that's weird draft, very interesting game.
Which one is weirder though? I mean, you say the Team Hawk's drafts, it felt like it was a bit weak, felt like Hello Heli had a better, 5-man coming into this.
Yep,
and you look at the execution, Team Hawk just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, they executed a lot better. Mid basically got a lot of free space to work with, wasn't really punished for any of his flanks, wasn't really punished for his quick rotations across the map, and that's something that Hello Heli did not recognize until it was too late.
And the one thing that Team Hawk still has it in them, it's definitely that experience, the veterancy that they've accumulated